How's it going, everyone? In this video, I want to talk about two trades I took today. I made over $3,400 on the day, my biggest day this week by far. But before we get started, be sure you subscribe to my channel, click the thumbs up button, and click that bell icon so you do not miss out on any of my upcoming videos. So, let's get right into this. I want to point out again, this is my biggest day this week. I'm very happy with my execution, and I was trading ES futures. Okay. If you don't have a futures trading account, if you're just learning, I recommend checking out Apex. That's a company that funds you. That way you don't have to risk your own capital while you're in the learning stages or while you're trying to build up capital to fund your own account. Now I trade with my own funded account through Adobe. Anyways, check them out. I'll leave a link to Apex in the description. You can use code Grizzly to get a discount. So the first trade I took this morning was a losing trade. I went short and I got stopped out pre-market. $300 loss, I believe it was. Okay, the next trade was a bounce after data come out. We had CPI. It came out, had a nice push down, caught calls right at this prior day close. That was a level I was watching for a bounce pre-market. We pushed down. Took this during my Instagram live. I didn't get to call it out because it happened so quickly. I didn't get to call out my position, but I went long here, caught a beautiful move up. I scalped it and was out, but it happened so quickly, it turned into a very nice trade. Another trade I took today was with an admin inside Team Bull. I'm not really going to talk about that too much, but the other trade I took, this is an ideal setup for me. That's why I want to talk about this more than the others. So I took it off this candle here. I'm going to show you this on ES. This is SPY. I trade futures based off SPX and SPY levels all the time. ES, they move very similar. But we came up, as you can see right here, we had a nice sell-off, come back down, kind of retested a little here. But I wanted to see us come back up and retest that area again. I wanted to see if there was some orders to be filled up there, watching Bookmap, and there was. Now, let's take a look at ES and let me walk you through this trade. So right here was my entry. We came up and VWAP lined up perfectly with this level, as you can see right here. That added to my confidence, right? Same setup as you can see. I wanted to come back up, pick up the orders left behind. Came up, I went short, instant move down. I left a lot on the table here, but personally, I felt like today was a scalper's market. I'm sure some of you can agree. Maybe the move's going to come a little later in the day, which looks to be the case. But I was scalping. I took a couple other small trades, but at the end of the day, I made right at $3,400 off these very simple but effective strategies or levels. Okay, you're probably wondering, like, how do you know when it's going to be a scalper's market or if it's going to be like for regular day trades? Well, a lot of times you don't know until you're going to get into the trade. But when you have price action chopping like you see here, chances are it's a scalper's market. It never hurts to kind of stay back. I mean, the truth about today is I had perfect entries on my trades. Zero drawdown, and they did what I wanted to immediately. Bigger movements from scalps than what I normally get. That makes sense because the price action was a little, whipping back and forth. The stars aligned, right? I made $1,700 on Monday. I think I had a red day on Tuesday. It was a small red day. Wednesday, I made a little over 2,000, and today, 3,400. Very happy. Probably will not trade tomorrow. We'll see. I'll definitely still be inside Team Bull watching. If I do see an A+ setup, I will call out my position there. Now let's talk a minute about this. I was working on a separate video, but I want to talk about it here as well. Should I trade options or should I trade futures? That's a question I get asked a lot. And the answer is, honestly, it's a personal preference, whichever one you prefer. I mix it up. I'll go, trade my options account one week, futures another, or sometimes I'll try to trade them both, which tends to not work out the best for me when I'm trying to focus on too many accounts while trading. But here's some pros and cons. On options, when you buy in, you do have a limited risk. Whatever, the amount you paid for the contracts you're in, that's your risk. If you're in futures, you have unlimited risk. But that being said, if you're trading the funded accounts, the worst they can do is hit your drawdown, and it takes them from you, right? You're not responsible for the capital. You just have to start the evaluation process over. You do not have the Greeks, so you don't have to worry about time decay when trading futures as you do with options. That's another plus with futures. And honestly, managing trades with futures is easier to me because it's like It's basically like trading shares. You don't have to worry about the fluctuating premiums like you do with options. That's another plus. That being said, I love both. I don't think I could just rule one out and just go with one or the other. I like to mix it up. If I'm trading futures, though, I'm a little extra picky on my entry. With options, I may just start my position and add to it. Typically, when I'm trading ES, I'm a lot more picky, if that makes sense. I hope that little tip at the end there helps you all out. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. Appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.